Hey guys, and welcome back. So, in the last section, we discussed what a single page application is and how it is different from a normal website. Okay. In this tutorial, though, we'll have a look at the reasons that we need Angular for. Okay. So, let's get started. So, Angular is a great framework that can be used to build hybrid applications. Okay, you just have to code once and then you can deploy it as a web application, as a mobile web application, as a native mobile application using a framework like Ionic, and you can also deploy it as a native desktop application using framework like Electron. Okay, then Angular follows a component based architecture, so every Angular application can be visualized as a tree of components. Okay, so there is a lot of separation of concerns going on over there, and then there are a lot of building blocks that Angular uses to build an application in itself. Okay, it uses things like hierarchical dependency injection that we'll have a look at in the later sections of this tutorials. um, but it is something that boosts up the performance. Okay, and since there is a lot of separation of concerns, the code is more unit testable, and it also makes the development process less painful, as it is very easy to manage, as everything has its own specific job. Okay, so it also comes with Angular CLI that is developed by the Angular community. Okay, and it is a great way to simply scaffold out a very simple and basic Angular application, and then you can build on top of that using certain commands that are also exposed by Angular CLI. Okay, the build process that Angular has is also great. It's super speedy and highly performant, and it also helps you in developing highly scalable single page applications. So if we talk about the build process, there are multiple environments that you can specify the build to get generated for. And if you specify the environment as prod, then it also performs a lot of optimizations. Okay, so it does things like that code elimination and other good things of that sort that makes your application package very compact, that takes up very less space, and it gets deployed and then it gets loaded up as well on the clients. Okay, so that's how good the build process is in Angular. Okay, and it's all taken care of by Angular CLI. There isn't much that you have to do about it. Okay, then there is also an incredible support for tooling, and almost all the IDEs has that, especially when it comes to Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code has by default the support for TypeScript, and since we'll be using TypeScript to develop our Angular applications, you'll see a lot of great stuff going on there, like IntelliSense, code help, and design time error checking. Okay, now Angular is also maintained and supported by Google, and the developer community is booming. So Angular isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Okay, Angular also gives you the flexibility to be written in languages like TypeScript, Dart, and ES5 or ES6. We'll be using TypeScript though because it's great, and we'll see why that is great. But yeah, it gives you some flexibility to be written in some other languages as well. The final thing is that the change detection mechanism that Angular has is great, and it's very fast, and it's easy as well to understand. Okay, and it can be fine-tuned as well to make your applications about 3 to 10 times faster. So it's a great deal there. Okay, and all that being said, it's quite safe to say that Angular makes our life very easy as developers. Okay, so now we'll have a look at what TypeScript is, what are its superpowers, and how can we use TypeScript in our Angular applications. Okay, thanks a lot.